Been
Seen him
around
once
the
or
block
twice.
a time or two.
Yeah.
John Hook, we appreciate you being here. We've
Thank
got
you,
lots
buddy.
to talk about. If you're going to join us on YouTube, our YouTube channel, please
Oh, yeah.
send your comments. We will address them.
I will be monitoring.
Lindsey will be monitoring, and she knows the answers to all these questions of life and the news biz.
You get to monitor
There we
all
go.
the stuff that floats in on the transom.
Heck yeah, I'm filling in for Trenton. That's what he does, right? He's
She-
over here.
I
So
love
and so
that.
said this, and
You're a detail-oriented person, I would say, right?
yeah, I would say so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
Well, she's got to plan this big wedding, you know.
There we go.
So there you go. There's this.
Don't even get me started.
get
We
us
don't have
started.
time for that yet.
Yeah.
John, you were kind enough to come in. We're talking about
Yeah.
police chiefs, huh? And this is a whole weird thing because we were way down that road, right? And then we backtracked, and some left, and
Yep.
Yeah.
others have come in. Where
Sure.
are we? How'd that
Well,
happen?
we're down to 3 finalists, 2 from out of town. Mirtha Ramos is Dallas PD. She went Miami-Dade police chief, 97 through 2019. Then she was DeKalb County, Georgia, police chief there. That's her current role. Malik Aziz is the other candidate from out of town, Prince George's County in Maryland. He actually did his farewell today at that department. He is leaving regardless,
Oh, wow.
whether he gets a job in Phoenix. Now, the interesting one is Matt Giordano. He's the only one of the 3 with ties to Phoenix PD. He did 20 plus years. He achieved rank of commander. And he's currently the executive of the Arizona Peace Standards Training Board. As post.
Yeah.
So that's a big deal. And then he also did time in the county sheriff's office. So he's a local guy. And there's kind of this feeling because Phoenix has experimented going outside of its own ranks. And sometimes that hasn't worked really well.
So do you think with him being local, he has a better shot?
I think he's got the inside track would be my guess.
Yeah.
It depends on if they want somebody to come in and completely kind of change the dynamic. But then you run into issues with rank and file officers who may not like that.
Can I ask you about Sullivan?
Yeah. I don't know a lot about that.
I don't either, but it just, he came in at that troubled time.
Yep.
And, of course, I don't know what happens behind closed doors back there. Then he was always interim, never shook that title off of his badge. Then he was up for the running the last time around, then lickety-split, he's gone. Then he's at the U.S. Capitol. I mean, somebody wants him.
He came in because of the Freddie Gray stuff down in Maryland.
Yeah, I believe-
so they brought
okay.
him in the wake of all the stuff that had happened in Phoenix
Right.
with the riot down there and the,
You think
use of excessive force allegations, rousting the homeless. He came in during that period as kind of a cleanup guy.
Do you think do you think a lot of this, how does the rank and file officer let his or her voice be known that this is not our guy or gal? Do you think that ended up happening to Sullivan?
That usually comes
That's
through
usually-
plea.
Plea, right, okay.
And I talked this week to Mark Spencer, who was the head of plea for 4 years. You know Mark. He's a fiery guy. He definitely wants Giordano. Because Giordano's from the Phoenix PD culture. He said, you bring somebody from the outside, and I'm thinking of Danny Garcia, who also came from Dallas PD, came here, lasted 2.5 years, and the union was all over him from uniform changes in the field. He wanted them more buttoned up. They wanted to be more casual in the heat.
Yeah.
They collided. So I think that's kind of where we are.
So have you been able to interview any of them for Newsmaker at all?
No.
Okay.
No, not so far.
Okay.
I'm curious too, John, what your thoughts are about. So I'm hearing police chief, I mean, is it almost equal that they have to deal with the public and what the public wants over here, and then the huge rank and file police department over here? Those might not line up perfectly.
No, that's exactly right. There are a lot of community activists who want to change. They want a culture change. Now, a lot of people who cover Phoenix PD or who watch Phoenix PD, like any other department, they've had issues, but that is nationally thought of as a pretty darn good department. They're really well ahead in training and their ability to execute really sophisticated operations from search and rescue to whatever it might be. They do a lot of really interesting stuff. So they're looked to as a good department in the country. But here locally, you've got community activists who don't like what they see. So these things compete.
And the job of plea is to make sure rank and file are heard.
Yes.
That's their main job.
Exactly.
Right? And that's why you get a fiery guy at the top, guy or gal at the top of it usually, right? So
like Mark Spencer. And Mark, the other thing Mark pointed out about Giordano, he said the biggest plus he's got through all those years of law enforcement experience, no scandal.
There you go.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see where the council's at. And remember, the city government in Phoenix is really city manager run. He's the CEO of the whole thing. He'll make the call. Council, mayor, they've got to kind of sign off and give their input. But it's really the city manager's call.
So when do they make that decision?
I don't know exactly when that decision's coming down. No decision yet. I mean, they're down to 3 finalists. They had the public meeting the other night and kind of vetted these guys real time, which was interesting.
That's another good point. There's actually a third, the city government. I mean, you got public, you got rank and file officers, there's so many moving parts. I mean, how do you even I wonder what the police chief interview is like, right? Like, give me an example where you saved us from
It's a big job. It's a big department.
It's
a big department.
Newsmaker is on this coming up? No,
actually not.
No? Okay.
No. I've got a young man who was held hostage by Hamas for 505 days.
Oh, wow.
He was kidnapped at the Nova Festival.
Wow.
And held in the tunnels. He's a remarkable guy. We're gonna have him this weekend.
That's interesting. Yeah. That'd be a good one.
Yeah. Any Arizona connection, or you just found him through your own?
No Arizona connection.
Okay.
He happens to be in town, and we really wanted him.
Yeah.
He was released as part of a deal with Hamas, a ceasefire deal with 5 other hostages. And his story is harrowing. It's unbelievable.
Good stuff. All right, John, we love you coming in, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
We love your insight.
What's that?
Isn't she good?
Look at that.
Isn't she good? She's raring to go.
Am I excused now?
You are excused.
Try to bring your A game next time, John. Will you?
I'm
You
gonna
know what I
work
mean?
on that.
We'll give it a what? A B plus?
Yeah, B plus. Thank you, Johnny Hook. All right. Lindsey, what do we want to talk about? This crazy story.
Yes.
Am I saying it right? Janelle Banda?
Yeah. So she was hiking and she was lost for a few days. We have some video that we're going to show you in just a second, but she was hoisted up. She was saved. She was I think she was found 3 days later. She was only dehydrated, minor injuries.
My gosh.
But she fell down a canyon near edge of the world. That just sounds scary. I don't even know where that is.
I shouldn't laugh, but
I know it's northern Arizona, but wow.
I heard it was in between Flag and
There you
Sedona. So an edge of the world. Yeah, that should tell you maybe watch where you're going. And we do so many stories about watch out hiking because it's hot, but we don't talk about falling.
I know.
And was she eating berries and
like
crickets?
I have questions. How did they find her if she fell down so far and only scratches? Like you would think it'd be a little bit more. I understand the dehydration, but just some minor scratch. She's lucky.
And you really think about those rescue efforts and not, I mean, I hate to be cynical, but when I hear they're missing and a day or two's gone by, I kind of, but you got to keep looking.
Story. Yeah. She was 32 years old. They found her on Monday. So I think on Friday is when she veered away from her campsite for some reason.
I'm playing this through my head, like you're looking at this beautiful landscape, right? And you're just maybe I hate to say a selfie.
Are you taking a picture at the edge?
That might do it.
So I went to the Grand Canyon a few months ago, and I refused to stand close to the Grand, like on the edge. Like it's not worth it. It's so not worth it.
That's a long way down.
And some of the little hangout spots where you can take pictures, like it was damaged, and I'm like, see, that's why you don't stand there. And it was all blocked off, like don't stand there anymore because.
You know what else happened at the Grand Canyon? When I took my 2 teenage nephews there, and one of them was throwing a fit, he drank his little drink, and he kicked it into the Grand Canyon. I almost killed him.
Oh, my gosh. People
like,
are hiking that. Imagine getting hit by a water bottle.
It's one of the most beautiful places in the world, and he's kicking a can of soda down there. So if you ever see a can of soda at the bottom of the Grand Canyon, it just might be my nephews.
That's awful.
I read them the right act, but
Why didn't you hike down?
I don't know if those days are a little behind me.
I hiked it a little bit, but I mean, I'd love to go all the way down, but that's for another day.
That's something else.
That's a long
But
trip.
back to Janelle. So do we have a soundbite, guys? By the way, we have Dave Taylor and Ashley Loaeza back there helping us out. They are fantastic. Can we play that soundbite, guys? Do you mind? Oh my gosh! Look at that.
She's so lucky. If I were her, I would have been like, "This is it."
Right, just curl up and die.
Yeah.
My stomach just dropped when you look how far. I mean, she
Yeah.
could not have fallen that far. That far right there by that cliff?
I don't know.
I mean, how do you survive that? Wow.
She got lucky. And
Dave,
that's
do you know,
great.
is there sorry, Lindsay, is there a soundbite attached to that from somebody? Do you know? Okay. All right, well, this is great stuff. I mean,
yeah, it is.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe it was like the people who she was with that were like, it's missing, and that helped with the search. I don't
Got him
know.
at least to a good starting point.
Yeah, an area.
And now I know why they call it Edge of
specific
the
area.
World.
Yeah.
I mean, that is one heck of a drop. More time
Yeah.
here. Wow. So that's
That is
somebody going to go
insane.
get her at that point, I
Yep,
think.
yep.
And there she comes up in the
there
basket.
she is.
Oh
Oh,
my
that's a
God.
good story. I'm
my
so
God.
glad she's okay.
We need to go try to interview her when we can. 'Cause
I
I
know.
would love to figure out.
It's one of my story ideas. Don't take them.
There's so many parts of that, right? What were you doing so close to the edge?
Yeah.
I hate to throw selfies in, but that might
Yeah.
be part of it. Or you
Yeah.
just stepped on the wrong rock. How far the fall was, and then how did you survive all that time
Yeah.
down there by yourself?
What did you do?
What did you do all the time?
Sleep?
You-
Maybe she was knocked out for a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
what
not
did you
exactly
eat?
watching TikTok all night.
I know.
You're,
Did you have your phone with you?
Good
Did the
point.
phone help in the search? See? Questions for my interview with her.
You're working on it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
watch out. Lindsay's got a story idea. Watch out. All right, I guess we got some more coming up, Lindsay. We have Ashley Loaeza coming in for the first time, I think. I see her,
Woo!
and she has a new segment on Fox 10 Talks called Weather and Whatever.
I want to know about that. I like it.
I like the whatever part.
I saw that on my day off. I was like, I like it.
We know what
I'm
the
with it.
weather part might be.
Yeah.
Hot. The whatever.
Whatever.
Okay.
All right. Welcome back. This is exciting. I like it here.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
Fox
This
10
is
Talks.
fun.
You've been a guest. Now you're in control.
Now I'm
I'm
hosting
just
it with
sitting back and
you.
watching you shine.
All right, let's get into the next story. So this is interesting. Snowflake Taylor police, they did a welfare check. The door was wide open. They found 2 people dead, shot to death inside their home. We later learned that they are Arizona Rangers, a volunteer. This is Snowflake Taylor area. And their daughter, 21-year-old daughter who is disabled, she was found inside the home, but she was unharmed. Now she's with family.
They were shot.
They were shot.
Both shot to
Yeah.
death.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's a heavy story. So right now, police are trying to figure out who did this and why. So yesterday, I spoke with law enforcement, and they had some leads, but we're not quite there yet. But they told me that they have a person of interest. Now, of course, as a reporter, we like to dig, right? What is the relationship between the victim and the victims and the suspect?
Right.
If there is any, how did this happen? Where were they shot? We don't have those details right now. They said that they wanted to talk to the person of interest first because they didn't even have them yet before they give us any type of details. But it's just a very bizarre situation. Their names, let's get to their names, Troy and Cynthia Templeton. They were in their 50s and 60s. Cynthia's sister reached out to us and was just saying raving things about her sister. It's such a bizarre, who would do this? Why would this happen? So there's still a lot of questions.
It kind of reminds me of New River a little bit. Who would kill a pastor in small town
Yes,
America?
yeah.
And then the whole person of interest thing. I'm old enough to remember that wasn't. We never said that back in the day. You either had the guy or you didn't have the guy. Or you didn't,
yeah.
And now we have this gray area, person of interest, you know, before you get to suspect, right? He or she's not quite there yet. it's just somebody they would like to talk to. But so often that ends up being the person who they really, really want to talk to.
Yeah, and it's hard for the public to really take that information in too, because a lot of times they say there's no threat to the public. Well, if you don't have that person of interest in custody and you haven't questioned them yet, then how would you know? So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and toss to this thought real quick from law enforcement.
They helped us on lots of occasions, as well as all the other rangers, and just a huge loss for the community. Many people know them and for their dedicated free service to the community.
And there's a picture too. Looks
Oh
like,
yeah,
right?
so this is from Cynthia's sister. Just loving people. She doesn't know why this happened, and a lot of times we don't. And hopefully, with that person of interest being questioned soon, hopefully get some answers. It sounds like we're gonna get some answers today, hopefully, and learn more about that person of interest. But until then, we are just waiting.
Whenever you're on a story like that, try to do an end around and try to, because surely the people of these small towns are talking, right? And they all have their own theory. And then we get
Yeah.
into a little predicament, so to say,
Yeah.
because, well, we're hearing a lot about this Joe Blow, but it's not official, so we can't say Joe Blow's name, right?
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of that going on a lot of the time.
Yeah, the best way to go about it as journalists, we go to where it happened, and then that's when we start knocking on those doors and learning more about the people who live there. I think today Kenzie Beach is interviewing Cynthia's sister, so
Okay.
we'll learn more about Cynthia and her husband that way, and the family, and how they were perceived in that community. So there are a lot of steps that we take as journalists because we can't always get the answers from law enforcement right away. We're a little impatient with that because we want to know just as much as they do. But we'll see soon, right?
It's like the saying goes, 85% of success is just showing up.
Yeah, exactly.
Was that Woody Allen? I can't remember. That's okay. We're going to move on to another quick story. This one
Yes.
you've covered, and I covered back in the day.
Oh yes.
The dreaded speed and red light camera. Boy, people do not like these.
A lot of people don't like them. So Phoenix is thinking about bringing them back. And Tempe just brought them back. And so I've been I don't know how I kind of ended up on this beat of speed cameras, but it's been kind of fun because we're getting creative with those stand-ups and inserting myself in the story a little bit. Like the camera you're seeing on the screen right now, I stood right there on the sidewalk and I did my stand-up there. And so the officer back at the station was able to record it that way, just making it. Anywho,
Look at
I
you
know
getting
a
all
lot
creative.
of people don't like the speed cameras. But yeah, Phoenix City Council is going to be deciding on them soon. So right now, Tempe just implemented them just a few days ago. I believe it was June 4th. And they were running it for a month, starting in May. And they were just issuing just warnings. But
Right.
now they're actually issuing those tickets. So a lot of people have questions on, how does that process work? And I did a story with them and kind of figured it out. So you can kind of see all those numbers there on the screen. It'll pop up again, but the speeding cameras will take photos if you run that red light and if you are speeding. And you don't just get a ticket right away. There's a process to it. So not only does the company for the cameras, they look over it, but they kind of look for, okay, which one is actually not a violation. We can take that one off. Then they send it to the police department. Well, there's a group of officers who all look at that, and there is a lot of things they need to prove before you get that bill in the mail. So that citation, I should say. So they look to see, well, does the driver match the license of who the car is registered to? And if it doesn't, that already wipes it out. But if it does match, okay, is this a violation? They rewatch the video, and they have different angles. They have the front and the back. So and then not only do they have photos, but they have video as well. So they could see when the light turns yellow, when the light turns red. So there's a lot that goes into it. So it's a long process before you kind of, get that citation.
And then there's the whole thing. We know, like people who avoid paying that bill,
Oh,
like
yeah.
the getting
Yeah.
served thing, and like
Yeah.
if you know you're about to get one, then you don't answer the front door, like
Yeah.
that whole thing. And then it's hard to argue. Like the public hates it, But the Phoenix is a dangerous place for pedestrians and other drivers. And so that probably checks a safety box for the city. And it makes a lot of money, let's face it, for the city. These tickets are not cheap. I mean,
They're not.
Did you touch on that, how much they are?
Yeah, so they're around $200. And the way Tempe is doing it is that they are renting each camera. So there are about 1 to 2 cameras at 12 or 14 intersections. And then they also have the mobile speed cameras. So they pay $2,000 to $3,000 a month for those cameras. And they told me, you know, the point isn't to make money from this, and the money just doesn't go straight to the police department. But like, as long as it's just like paying off the cameras, essentially. But now I was doing my stand-up, and in the video, right after I got done, someone ran the red light. So like, it got that right away. They showed me some numbers, and you know, people are going 80 miles per hour on the. Okay, I think that deserves a ticket if you're doing that on the street. So I know people do not like them. Like, as a driver, it makes me nervous. Like, I'm already driving the speed limit, but it just makes me on edge. Okay, I'm in Paradise Valley. Okay, I'm in Scottsdale.
They sent me one day to go get some video of red light runners. I'm like, am I ever going to find a red light runner? It was one after another after another.
You'll find them.
You know who's, I don't think Ashley Loaeza speeds or runs red lights.
Is that right?
She follows the rules. Let's get her in
I
here
don't
and
know
find
about
out
that.
You don't know? She's got an evil side.
Oh, I got
Are you a good driver?
I got multiple tickets from the state of Washington that I still need to pay. So
that you still need to pay?
Well,
oops, I probably shouldn't have said
You're
that.
not in Washington anymore, so hey.
Oopsies.
I don't know. Oops, I forgot.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
my
and it's from those cameras, not for speeding, but I was trying to make a right turn on a red light, and it stopped completely. And so the camera, she got me $200, probably $5,000 at this point later.
Yeah.
We're in that sticky situation.
We need to take care of that.
Can it?
Yeah.
Or can she just hide now that she's in Arizona?
No, we're taking care of it. We're taking care of it.
Yeah.
We're taking care of
Take
it.
care. We're not suggesting anybody hide from their responsibility.
No.
All right,
Pay the citation.
You have a new thing coming up, Weather and Whatever. How cool is that?
Yeah, Weather and Whatever. It's me and our Isabella Fredrickson here behind the scenes. We're going to be doing it. Oh, look at us. It's right there. And so that's what it is, folks. The newbies and the new stations.
True.
I feel like the bosses were like, okay, let's test these girls out.
Right.
Let's give them a show. And so we're just going to be talking about the weather, as I do, and also just talking about whatever we want to do.
What's the
I love
whatever
that.
part?
Whatever
within parking tickets, citations,
whatever doesn't get us fired is what I'm saying.
Okay.
That we're going to talk about.
That's the line.
We can talk
we know
about
where that line is.
Yeah.
We can talk about my dating life. We could talk about the dating scene.
that just went up a notch.
Oh,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Wait,
How's
how is
that
it?
going?
Yeah. Give us a 30 seconds.
Okay, so I've been on about 2 dates so far here, and mind you, I've only been in Arizona for 2 months. But I'm like, okay,
Good for you.
That's
new
one
gal
a month.
in the
That's pretty
city,
good.
Yeah.
New gal in the
Sure.
city. You know, I'm really excited. You know, also recovering from a breakup.
Sure.
But it's been pretty solid so far. It's not all bad. Okay, sometimes you
That's
just gotta
good.
put yourself out there, go through the apps. Maybe I really just want to sit down and find someone, you know, like the olden days.
Yeah.
But that's not the case anymore.
What does the guy have to say to you on the app to get your attention? Like comment on your picture or comment on your comment?
Something nice and witty.
Nice and
if I have
witty.
something on my prompt, like a nice something that'll make me laugh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Funny
So-
guys always win.
Funny guys
yeah.
do?
Absolutely. I need humor in my life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
They don't think they have like an evil side to yin yang out the funny.
yeah. But
We
You'll
don't
find out
need
about
it
that
evil.
later.
No one
You
wants it.
You find out about that after you get married.
after, no, seriously, yeah. So if anyone.
She just came out of a breakup. She knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He was funny in the beginning, wasn't he?
Oh,
The breakup guy.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, funny, and then tears later.
I wonder if he's watching right now.
Yeah.
Busted,
Hi,
dude.
sir. Yeah.
Can you stick around a little longer?
Absolutely.
Do we have a break here, guys? Oh, we got 1 minute.
1 minute.
Oh, let's
he
talk
said.
more about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, we're doing so good so far here, even with the heat. Which
Good. Yeah.
Wow.
This
I
is
know.
your first summer.
This is
You're
my
new
first summer
here.
Yeah, and you know what? I have said this 5 million times. I'll say it again. So I'm originally from California, Northern California, but I'm coming from Washington State, USA. You went to San Francisco State.
Yes,
as well.
I did.
I went to San Francisco State, but I lived in Washington
Gators.
State.
And Justin Lum too. Over
Oh
here.
yeah,
another
my
Gators
goodness.
Justin here.
And you worked in the San
I did
Francisco
work in San
Bear,
Francisco,
KGO.
No, KPIX.
Oh,
yes.
KPIX.
Oh,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
interned at Cron 4 in KGO.
Did you? Oh,
Yeah.
you saw at Cron 4?
Yeah.
Me too.
Wow.
Yeah, my
Yes.
teacher was Marty Gonzalez. He was the
You're lying.
yeah, did you
oh
have it?
my god. No.
I
we-
need to be on the
are we
whatever
streaming this to-
segment.
Are we
Oh,
streaming this to the
absolutely.
Bay Area?
yeah.
We can get some fans there.
Oh my
They're
gosh.
like,
Yeah, that
I
was
love
my
Marty.
professor.
I shadowed Pam Moore
Oh,
while she
that's
was
nice.
interviewing
Yeah.
Willie Brown. We went to his condo. We'll talk
That's
about
awesome.
that
Okay.
after the break, right?
Welcome back. Ashley is here with us. We are
Yes.
officially done with the whatever.
Yeah.
And now
I get
we're
it.
talking
I kind of
about
get it.
weather.
Oh.
Yeah, we gotta talk about the weather, folks, right? And just the extreme heat that we have.
Yeah.
There you go, folks. So we're still under this extreme heat warning, which, if you can recall, last week we were under. It has now been extended for really the rest of this week. So that's for much of southern Arizona and even for portions of northwestern Arizona as well. So a high risk of heat stress as temperatures are going to be skyrocketing over 110 degrees, and that's something that we have going on right now. Take a look at Lake Havasu, 113 here in the valley, 109 in Phoenix, 108 in Casa Grande up north. We have a mixture of 80s and 90s, nothing but triple digits.
Yuck.
I know. Yuck, it for sure is the name of the game. Tonight, temperatures not really dropping down much. 83 here in Phoenix, 50 in Flagstaff. Let's go to Grand Canyon at 42 degrees tonight. But for tomorrow, Thursday, I do want to show you and prepare you. It's going to be the warmest day of the week, 115 just about here in Phoenix.
Oh.
We are under a major heat risk. So I always say in my forecast, it may seem like common sense, but it's not uncommon for folks to have heat stroke, heat exhaustion during this time, especially for people that are experiencing their first Arizona summer. So this is all thanks and courtesy of this ridge of high pressure impacting the desert southwest, bringing us that extreme heat. However, relief is on the way. A low is going to be moving
Now
through
we're talking.
for this weekend. Yes, take a look at that color change. I always love it. Knock out that red and orange,
Ashley,
baby.
why didn't you talk about that like
Yeah.
3
start with
minutes
the happy
ago?
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. More
Okay.
happiness is coming, folks.
Okay.
Actually, with those winds, though, that's also going to be something
Okay.
cause for concern. So it's still going to be warm, nonetheless. Combined with that, those gusty winds, that's going to create an elevated fire risk, and that's something that we are seeing for northern Arizona. But there you have it. Here's our good news. Okay, further east, temperatures are going to be above average. This as we wrap up the month of June, heading into early July. Take a look at this. Below
Hey.
average
Loving
temperatures.
it. There we
And take a
go.
look at this. Okay, yikes to tomorrow,
Okay. Oh, gosh.
115.
Whoa.
But I know, whoa. But we will be dropping down for this upcoming weekend. I mean, going from 115 to 102.
Yeah, it'll feel
Oh,
feel
that
miraculous,
we're gonna
right?
feel it, and we're gonna at least have a couple of days where we're gonna have those temperatures in the low triple digits, and then late next week,
All right.
we'll be back.
Thanks
to
for the
110.
mostly good news, kind of bad news.
Kind
We'll
of, yeah.
survive it, and then
I'm
we're
just
gonna.
the messenger.
I like
I
the
know.
whatever better.
And we're.
honestly.
I know.
Yeah.
Why don't you just call your show whatever?
What?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ashley. We got Justin
Okay.
Lum up next. He's going to talk to us about some new developments out of New River. Ashley, great job. Thank you.
Thanks,
Can't wait to see your
guys.
show.
Come on.
That's going to be fun. Remember, just whatever.
Justin Lum, SF
Justin Lum.
State.
Yeah, we got SF State in the building. I
Well,
love
if
that.
not, what do
Bay Area connections
That's
over
right,
here.
all of us,
Yeah.
in one way or another. What are you talking about today, Justin?
So yesterday we followed up on the New River murder, and we've been covering this for a little while now.
Mhm.
You've covered it. Lauren
Yeah.
Clark have done a great job covering this case, as we now have a suspect identified, Adam Sheaf. We wanted to learn more about him, so me and our executive producer George Obi went through court records and found out that in San Diego County in the Superior Court, he had changed his name, which was odd. We didn't know why he took out the E in his last name, the last E, but that led us to find out more that he definitely had financial issues. He was suing this company called Ninja Trader, trying to sue. He had filed a complaint trying to get $1 million and said that he had a gambling addiction, had become addicted to trading futures contracts, and lost all his life savings. This was around October 2024. He'd also filed filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. So we know that this murder, according to MCSO, is religiously motivated, but we're trying to figure out, I think the big question is what else was going on in his life. He was arrested on charges of burglary in Sedona. So it seems like he moved here from Oceanside, California, was his last residence that we know of, and didn't really have a legitimate plan, like what was going on in his life, his finances, and then this terrible thing happens that he's now been accused of. Has not been charged yet here in Maricopa County, though, as he is in Coconino County Jail on the burglary charges.
Sounds like the religion was the almighty dollar.
Yeah, he also has this tattoo that you guys have seen on the monk shot right there. We know that is in Hebrew, it's Yahweh. It means God. And so, but as far as the context and the specifics of how this was religiously motivated, we don't know. We know that Pastor Bill was a random target, according to authorities. And you talk to his son, we talked to him, Randy, and he just still wants to figure out why. Like, there's a lot more to this, and that's the hard part, waiting on that why.
Yeah, so when I was at the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office presser, they told me that he left his job, his home, came to New River, was hanging around. There was some suspicious behavior. He committed a crime. He left, came back, stole a car, then went to Sedona, and then committed more crimes there. And that is how they were able, evidence inside that car, which they weren't able to tell us, evidence inside that car linked him to the New River murder.
And Justin, we have sorry to interrupt, but we have a question too. Is that from Charles David? Do we know any more about the connection between the victim and the killer?
There's no clear connection because this was at random.
Yeah, but we do know that he had some sort of list.
More potential victims, which is scary.
Very scary. So MCSO is talking to all of those victims, but they wouldn't tell us how many people are on that list, were they all religious, or what kind of ties they all had.
And real quick, that job that he left, we know that he worked at a Mexican restaurant in Carlsbad, lived in Oceanside. So, but really his financial troubles were bad. He said that he had been destroyed, but he was blaming this company on his addiction to trading futures contracts. He had lost about $40,000. Everything went downhill, leads him to Arizona, and this case unfolds. So just really a bizarre story that we continue to follow.
I heard a judge once say in court, if you poke at any crime long enough, addiction will be in there somewhere. He particularly in that court case meant drugs, but he said addictions connected to, he said 85% of all crimes out there. It just stuck with me. So I guess like this might be in that category as well. Justin, I know you'll get to the bottom of this. Thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Great job, man.
See you.
Thanks for being here.
Guess who we have next?
Who is it? Let me guess.
Just take a
BK.
big wild guess. My main man, BK.
BK. I knew it.
He came in today. I came in today, and there was an Eddie Money CD on my desk from BK because he and I get
funny.
to rock it in the car.
Wait, do we have
Eddie Money?
Do we have to say what BK stands for? Or are you just going by BK?
Do you even
my
have a real
name.
name anymore?
I don't have a real
just,
name. Just
yeah,
BK,
it's just
two
BK.
letters.
Do you like that? That's your nickname?
Yeah, I
That's
don't
cool.
mind. It's my
Brian Kae.
initials,
Yeah.
so it's
BK.
BK and has a ring to it.
Sure
It does. I
like
like
that
it.
whenever I hear that BK commercial, Burger King,
Yeah.
I think BK.
And we already have a Brian, so
so many Brians.
So many Brians.
we have
so many
three.
Ashleys.
We have 3 Brians.
3 Brians.
Yeah,
Five
we've
Brians.
got
5 Brians.
Oh, 6 Brians, right?
what?
6? Yeah, if you count everybody in the building.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And then we have, sometimes on the weekend show, we have Ashley Rodriguez, Ashley Loaeza, and Ashley Gomez all in the room with me. And I got to,
gotta say
Ashley.
No, not
no,
you.
Ashley, no,
See who?
no.
Yeah.
Anyway,
One Lindsey.
and one
Just
Lindsay.
me.
Just one.
All right, BK, talk to us about Drone Zone.
Drone
Yeah.
Zone. We got a new Drone Zone episode this week streaming on the Fox Local app. It's Raising Arizona.
Cool.
And we talk
Cool.
about all things Arizona, kind of talk about, the old west of Arizona, ghost towns, cactus. Got Tombstone there. It's a really fun episode. We kind of revisit a lot of our favorite places that we've droned.
Is
in
Nicolas Cage
Arizona.
in this?
No.
From
From Raising Arizona?
Did
No.
you see that movie?
Yes, I did.
Hilarious.
Hilarious.
Lindsay, do you
Great
know the
movie.
movie?
No,
Did
I
it
don't.
predate you? Go rent it.
Okay.
It is a
Go
it's
rent it.
worth
Rent it where?
At Blockbuster.
Okay.
Come on,
He's-
where everybody
he's
gets their
telling
movies.
Blockbuster.
He's telling you to rent a movie,
Yeah.
and he has a CD. So what does
Yeah.
that tell you about the
Where
web?
are you gonna play that CD?
But it's great. We got this new episode streaming. It'll be available on YouTube, or it is on YouTube already, I believe. And then on our 4 p.m. Drone Zones every Thursday on Fox 10, we're doing this month and a little bit into July, we're doing the Ultimate Summer Adventure. drone zones, which we went to Saguaro Lake, Canyon Lake, a couple water
That's so
parks.
cool.
So just kind of showing people cool ways to cool off in the
Yeah.
heat.
How
'Cause
do
you know
we-
it's a dry heat here.
It's a dry heat.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. 115, but it's a dry.
It's a dry
No.
heat.
So should a lot of those adventures we expect to go up north?
No,
Not necessarily.
not
wherever
necessarily.
BK
We have
wants
a
to
couple.
go.
We have a couple up north, up in Flagstaff. That's a good place to chill out in the summer. But we have a lot of places around here in the valley. So when you guys moved here to Arizona, what was your initial, thoughts about the heat and the cactus? Were you ever here before? Where'd you come from?
No, so I was in Texas before this, and it was
Okay.
hot there too. So I mean, I don't know. I don't love the heat, but
Yeah.
I'm
Did
from
you-
California. Like I'm
Yeah.
used to 70s,
Okay, okay.
70s and
Yeah.
80s.
Yeah.
You
Like
can't
I'm
beat
spoiled.
California
Yeah,
weather. Let's get
it
Did-
was a shock.
It was a
Did
shock.
you come here right at the summer or?
No, I came in
Okay.
I came in October, but that
Oh, that's good.
October, it wasn't that hot. Last October it was pretty hot.
Okay.
Okay.
But this it was like beautiful.
So
it
you're
was
like, yeah, this is
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
I
Arizona.
came,
Piece
when
of
I
cake.
moved here, it was a December, so it was like really good weather.
Oh,
But
yeah.
before this, I lived in Florida and I grew up in Illinois. So I dealt with the heat, but
Mhm.
humidity,
Humidity. Yeah.
no humidity here.
No
It
humidity.
does make a difference.
It
But,
does with my
but
hair. It does.
You with your
Yeah,
hair.
yeah.
Yeah. In
Humidity
Texas, it was
screws up
really
hair. I
frizzy.
learned
It
that,
was.
yeah.
Oh, is
I
that
know
what
about
happens?
that.
It just goes
Mhm.
goes poof.
It
out?
not really. It just like up here, you get all
You
the
can't
little
control it.
poking out, and it's
That
not.
would, yeah,
It is
It's
not
frizzy.
the vibe.
yeah. But so
'Kay.
you haven't had a bad hair day since you've been here, basically.
I mean, I have, but
Look at all that great hair she has.
Well, let's get
Thank
back to
you.
drone
Okay,
talk.
yeah.
How did we
We're
get
talking
there?
drones,
I lost
right?
I lost my-
So both
I'm
of you,
still- I'm still stuck on the whatever.
Yeah, we need to go on that podcast.
yeah, and then we can just talk about it all.
Yeah.
That's
We
what
can
I
get
was-
into my hair.
Both
Okay.
of you are visual observers, so you're
Yes.
part of the drone
Yes.
team, right?
Yes.
So I have some questions
Oh no.
about visual
Can
observing.
we have a little buzzer who can answer it first?
How about let's be on a team?
No.
No,
I
this
don't-
is.
No.
I have a prize, so
Oh. Okay.
Oh, then we really need the
then
buzzer.
this is serious. This
All
is
right.
serious. So should we start?
Let's start.
All right, you gotta
Okay.
tap the phone. Whoever
Okay.
taps
All right.
it first.
Question 1: What is the primary role of a visual observer? I didn't. Let's finish the question
okay,
first.
Do you
Let's
know how
redo
to
this.
play the game?
Yeah, let's.
Full
question.
I think it's
Use
once
your
you
ears,
know
then
the
your
answer,
hand.
you
B
can
Web's
hit.
already cheating.
It's
Yeah.
to make sure the drone doesn't hit any person or any person. Rule number 1.
To assist the remote pilot by maintaining a visual line of
Oh
sight
my God.
Okay.
with the drone
I
and
didn't
monitoring
even get
any
a chance.
hazards.
Okay.
I think I
Okay.
need a chance after
Okay.
you.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
All right. This
Next.
is your question now.
Wait, no, I want to do the buzzer.
Oh, you want to do buzzer? Okay.
Yeah.
What should a visual observer do if they notice a manned aircraft approaching the drone's operating area? Lindsey.
Tell the drone pilot.
Yep.
Yes.
Immediately inform the drone pilot to take action to avoid any collision. Okay. Third question. So 1-on-1. Third question. What type of communication must a visual observer maintain with the drone pilot on operation?
Verbal.
Okay.
Right?
Yep. Verbal.
Thank you.
Direct and
Thanks.
immediate communication, typically verbal or through a reliable communication device.
Welcome back to Fox 10 Talks, everybody. I'm with Lindsey, Ragas, and BK, our number
Hello.
one. I was gonna say number 1 drone pilot. I don't want to offend
Whoa,
anyone.
whoa,
No,
whoa,
we're all
whoa,
number
whoa,
one. We got
whoa.
five.
I'm
Yeah,
number
whoa.
We got 5 number 1 pilots now. So
Chill
we're
out
all,
with it.
And we've been playing this game about who can answer the question first.
Yeah.
Lindsay has her hand like
Whoa, whoa,
this
whoa, whoa,
over
whoa,
the
whoa.
buzzer.
Chill.
There is no
You
buzzer.
are doing it before he even finishes the
yeah,
question.
you're
so
interrupting the question.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would fly in
I don't
regular
even know
game
if you
show
should get
rules,
that
but
last one.
All right.
it's Fox 10 Talks
Let's go.
rules.
2 more
All right,
questions.
2 more questions. Let's rifle through these.
Put
Okay.
your hand up.
Question 4. What is Class G airspace and why is it relevant for a drone visual observer?
Go ahead.
Lindsay?
Is it like the area by the airport?
That's what I was gonna say.
All right.
What's G?
All right. Class G airspace is uncontrolled airspace, and it is very common for other aircraft to be in the airspace
Okay.
because it's uncontrolled.
So like by
So-
the airport.
Kinda
Yeah.
airport-ish.
No,
Kinda, sorry,
airport is
BK.
controlled. That's
Yeah.
usually like Class
Eh.
B. So, okay.
Okay,
Half
last
point.
one.
Last question,
one.
2-1. What is the maximum altitude a small unmanned aircraft drone can typically fly under FAA Part 107 regulations? I think Lindsay got that
No,
one.
it was him.
Ah,
Go ahead.
I'm guessing no. 1,000 feet?
what?
Well-
3,000 feet?
Go, Lindsay.
5,000 feet?
No, you're wrong.
4,000
You're
feet.
wrong.
500 feet?
800?
Nope.
What is it?
400 feet
Four.
above,
Oh, I was
above
gonna
ground
say
level.
5 maybe. That was my
All right, all right, all
Because
right.
I know you need a visual observer to go drone a little bit higher, right? See, that would have been a good question for a VO.
No, 400 is the highest we can go.
Highest
Oh,
you can go,
never
period.
mind.
Yeah. Okay, bonus question real quick.
Yes.
What is the temperature, the highest
105.
temperature where we have to,
105,
we could drone in?
109.
No,
105.
104.
Oh, 4.
I said it earlier. Anyways,
And
do we
you
have
don't-
time for anything else?
You don't drone at night, right? Or
Yeah, I can drone at night. Yeah, we have 3 night qualified
Can
We
you
had a-
drone
work
we had
pilots.
a
at night,
question in the
please?
chat. We had a question in the chat.
What is it?
I see
What
that.
if you lose connection? This is from Charles David again. What if you lose connection to the drone? Ooh, good question.
The drone has a home button, and you
Oh,
can
yeah.
press that, and it will come
And
back
it just-
automatically.
Are you supposed to be able to see it at all
Yes,
times?
yes.
Okay,
we
okay.
we don't go farther than we can
Okay,
see.
okay.
It's a visual line of sight.
It's fun droning. I want to go with you on one of your
One of our drone
Thursday-
adventures?
Yeah.
Oh,
If
it's
I
an
get that
adventure.
gig.
It's an adventure. Just wait. Like you
Yeah.
think, like have you ever had a drill sergeant around?
What?
Oh, maybe
this
not.
guy,
Maybe not.
do this, do that, go over there, watch this. Just
I think
Just
he's a
because
nice
I told
guy.
him, just because I
Okay.
told him one time, take your hands out of your pockets. I'm a drill sergeant.
What about this? What if I did like behind the scenes and got video of you?
There you go.
You
Ooh,
droning.
I like
Oh,
Now can I
okay.
come?
I like
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
See
yeah.
if you break
That's a
any
whole nother
rules.
aspect.
Yeah.
If he goes
Oh, sign me
if he
up.
goes 401 feet and
Boom.
Yeah.
Out.
911,
Yeah.
you're out.
911. Yeah.
You're out of
Okay.
here, dude. Get out of here.
All right,
Whoever
all
just
right,
saw
all right.
us coming.
That was
Talk
fun.
to the
Thanks,
bosses.
guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, pretty
Okay.
picture up there with Ashley Loaeza. You guys,
Aw.
you're part of this whatever
Weather
nonsense.
and whatever. Yeah.
Are you the whatever? She's the weather, and you're the whatever.
You know, I think we're both in both, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you
I
know
like
you're
to
thinking
do
too
the
about
whatever.
weather, right?
Yeah.
What about whatever?
I know a lot
Ash-
about whatever.
Ashley got into her dating life. Are you
Yeah,
going to get
go
into
ahead.
your dating
Yeah, let us know.
No.
No.
I mean,
No.
actually, you guys just have to tune in Tuesdays and
Oh. You know,
Thursdays
it's
at
funny
1.
How this whole thing started, like we were going to talk about the news, and within like a month's time, we're airing our dating lives.
yeah,
How
well-
great is that?
You brought me in, so.
That's where it all started, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
With
really.
your engagement.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, you were the blueprint. So
She
good
was.
job, you guys.
It was fun to talk about and see your cute pictures. And,
Yeah.
I know.
we
They
go.
were
That's
so
fun.
cute.
Look at us talking about me again.
Oh my
You're gonna make me blush.
Aw.
Okay. Weather and whatever.
What's up today? What are you up to?
You know, today has been a very busy day. We had the Fox 10 Talk stream this morning, and then we have the Fox 10 Talk stream we're doing right now.
I've heard a rumor
What?
Ooh, juicy.
that you perhaps enjoy coming in to Fox 10 Talks later in the day for whatever reason.
I do. I do.
You
I-
prefer
I'm,
it?
I'm not saying why. It just maybe it fits your circadian rhythms of the day. I don't know, but you enjoy
Yes.
the later appearances.
It's funny you say that because I am more of a night owl. So in the
Yeah.
morning, I'm still waking up.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
we're going to be honest. But by the time we come in for the afternoon, I've, looked at the stories. I've
Mhm.
been well prepared. I've normally done a social video. So, I mean, this is kind of like my treat before the end of my shift is this
Ooh.
afternoon show.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that.
Just don't tell the morning people.
How do those morning people even do it? I mean, that's a
They're-
special gift to get up in the morning and be chipper.
Yeah,
A
that
lot of
is-
coffee.
Yeah, that is
Mhm.
insane.
Wait, Dave said something. Dave? BK's still here?
Ooh.
Oh, God.
Oh,
God.
BK's coming back
BK,
in.
This is gonna
I'm
be
gonna
good.
win this.
This is-
So,
this is-
okay.
Okay, this
Will
is
this be
gonna
for
be
the
good.
tie?
Isabel, stay here. Stay here.
Wait,
Oh,
is it?
okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, we're not
Okay.
doing the
I don't
bonus.
know.
No.
Okay, okay.
I'll just do like this
Okay,
then.
yeah.
Your prizes.
Oh, we get
The
prizes.
Drone Zone stickers.
Wait, we both get
Oh,
prizes.
Drone Zone
my
stickers.
We're
And
both
somebody in the
winners.
comments asked if we have any shirts and hats. And I just
Yeah.
want to say maybe call Fox 10 Phoenix and say, hey, we need some Drone Zone merch, or write your representative or congressman. I don't know. No. But
Yeah,
it's all
let's-
good.
Look at this
It's,
sticker.
Joe
Wait,
Tillman
oh,
and
this,
I.
This way.
Where do you get a sticker
So
made of
it's-
yourself?
Joe Tillman and BK.
And it's so fitting. Joe has his crazy loud shirt on.
He's got his
That's
loud
so
and his
cute.
sunglasses, and he
his
looks very
shades on.
mysterious
And you're the only one doing the work there with the thing.
with
in
the
your hand.
controller. That's a controller. Yeah.
Look.
Fox syndrome.
Oh, look
I
at-
support.
Put it on your lunchbox. Put it on your
I
computer.
support
Put it
them.
wherever you want.
There
Water
you go.
bottle.
I have this
Yeah.
one too. The other Drone Zone sticker that you gave me.
Boy.
There you go.
I'm very
She's all